supposed to like adopt like Foursquare knowledge or Yelp knowledge?
Yeah, I mean, so in fact, Yelp does something slightly similar, right? So people write reviews on Yelp, and Yelp now in the last maybe couple of years, they added a feature where they'll try to pull out common elements, right? They'll try to pull out like a one-sentence snippet from people's reviews. That's useful. In fact, that, to me, in my personal opinion, that's the most useful aspect of Yelp, because there's a lot of effort that it takes to kind of process all of the reviews that people write. So, I mean, you might ask the question, if that's the most useful part of Yelp, why are we wasting all this human capital in trying to have people write reviews? But there's another answer, and that's, I think it's the difference between incentivizing someone to be a reviewer and incentivizing someone to describe their city, describe their favorite things. These are very different incentives here, and I think they lead to very different results. And so, I mean, yes, Yelp works. Yelp does what it does, and you can find a decent restaurant. But in my view, it takes a lot of effort, and it takes effort to discern between different options. And yes, I mean, if you pick the wrong restaurant, it's not the end of the world. But it might be for the business owner, right? And so there's a lot of I consider moral hazards that are built into some of these systems. And I'm hoping that some of the design motivation for what we put into this are trying to address some of these moral hazards. Is that a decent answer?
Well, it is always part of like the creation of a new system, just part of the adoption of that system.
I mean, the question is, do we want to continue this and try to get it adopted, or do we just want to study these new design elements? And so from the perspective of research, I think even if this is never adopted, I think there are valuable contributions here. For example, there are valuable contributions that Yelp could take and build into their system. And so, I mean, I think there's still a contribution here.